Good morning. You know, the other day I was praying and I saw Jesus doing a very specific thing. And I thought that it was just for me. and um, and then after I told a couple of people what I saw and what I felt like God was saying, um, my pastor talked about the same portion of the Bible that Jesus was talking to me about. So I thought that the most important thing that I could do this morning is share it with you and hope that it encourages you. I'm going to read the scripture and then I'm going to tell you what I saw. So get your hopes up. Get your hopes up. Get ready. Get your hopes up. The scripture is in Mark chapter 4, and it starts in verse 35. It's when Jesus calms the storm. I think we all know the story. Jesus says to his disciples, let's go to the other side. So they're getting from one place to another, from one side of the lake to the other side. And a furious squall came up, and the waves broke over the boat so that it was nearly swamped. Jesus was in the stern, sleeping on a cushion. The disciples woke him and said to him, "Teacher, don't you care if we drown?" He got up, rebuked the wind and the waves. "Quiet, be still." And then the wind died down and it was completely calm. He said to his disciples, "Why are you so afraid? Do you still have no faith?" Have you ever felt like Jesus was asleep in the boat when you were in a storm? And you're like, "Jesus, wake up. Don't you see? Can't you hear?" I mean, I don't expect you to be afraid, Jesus. I know you know what's going on, but I am, and could you wake up? Jesus is the one who said, "Hey, guys, come on, let's get in the boat. Let's go to the other side." It wasn't their idea. It was his idea. And he's God, and he knew what was coming, and he was sleeping like a baby right through it. It didn't trouble him at all. When I was praying last week on Wednesday morning, I think it was, and I wasn't reading that Bible passage, but as I really started to just focus in on Jesus, I saw him in a boat. And he was holding on to the pillar that's in the middle of a sailboat. I'm not a sailor. Like this, he had his arm wrapped around it and he was leaning up against it. And that boat was rocking on the waves. It was dark and it was windy, and his hair was sort of plastered to his face, and he was soaked with rain and thunder, lightning, the whole deal. And he was laughing. He was laughing. Throw your head back, laughing. He did not say, "Peace, be still." But he was laughing. Guys, today, this week, as you go into your week, as you go into your day, whether you're in a storm, whether it is raging like crazy, or whether it's just beginning, or whether it's just ending, he is not surprised. whether he says, "Peace, be still," or whether he does not. He laughs at the wind and the waves. He laughs. In Psalm chapter 2, I think it is, it says that God laughs at our enemies. And it was a perfect picture of him laughing in the middle of the storm, because I know, you know, he doesn't always stop every storm. He doesn't always say, "Peace, be still." He doesn't always quiet our situation. But he is always God, and he is always in control, and he is never surprised or taken off guard. And if there was something that I could say to you this morning, that I could say to my own heart, to my soul this morning, it is, get your hopes up. Because he is laughing at the situation. It doesn't disturb him a bit. His joy is not impacted by what you see going on around you, and neither should yours be, because God is God. He never, ever loses control. And then I saw something else. He took his sort of like kind of overcoat sort of a thing, and he brought me under it. And he was laughing. My head was sort of peaked up. My hair was wet. But he covered over me. He covers over you. You're not out there flapping in the wind while he laughs at the storm that you're in. He has covered over you with his love. His banner over you is love. That's what the word says. He wraps you in a canopy of his love. You are safe and protected. You know, Psalm 91 is my go-to in 2021. You are safe and protected in the shelter of the Most High. And he is not disturbed. He is laughing at the storm. Go into Mark chapter 4 and read how Jesus calms the storm. But know that if he's not calming your storm, it doesn't mean he's lost sight of you. It doesn't mean he's not attentive to your needs, to my needs. It just means that he is there, and he is laughing at our enemies. He's laughing at the wind and the waves. He's God. He's in charge. And we can rest in him, even in the storm, even when it doesn't stop. One of the neatest things about resting in the warmth in his shadow is that it's so quiet. You can hear his heartbeat when your head is leaning right up against his chest. And it's a good backbeat. It's a great rhythm to sing songs of thank you, because he is protecting you. He does see you. He hasn't forgotten you. You are tucked right under his cloak. His banner over you is love. And even though the storm is raging, he is laughing. It's going to be a great day.